Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. It's just been wonderful to observe. The Democrat Party seems to be melting down, collapsing before our very eyes. Like I always said, 4 years of Joe Biden would be too much. Barack Obama once said that you should never underestimate Joe Biden's ability to things up. Well, I guess he wasn't wrong in assessing said ability. I mean, what a unique ability to screw things up Joe Biden possesses. All it took was 4 years to destabilize the globe, bring down the nation, and collapse his own political party. I always said that a disastrous first Biden term could be the biggest red pill catalyst. Well, it seems that's exactly what's happening. And while it's happening, Trump is implementing a new strategy that's causing leftoid brains to explode. They're absolutely seething. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so the copium leftoids are at it again. The media has been trashing the Biden campaign for going on 2 weeks now, and we've obviously seen Piss Pants Joe dropping in the polls. And of course, while this is all happening in the background, Donald Trump is simply existing. You know, usually during this time of the election, it'd be non-stop Trump coverage. Ooh, secret anonymous source makes a claim about Donald Trump. Ooh, Trump said this, Trump said that, Trump did that. It'd be non-stop anti-Trump propaganda bombardment. But instead, we're seeing the slow collapse of a creepy old man. And Democrats, well, they're having a really hard time coping with it. In fact, I'd argue they're suffering a little bit of a brain malfunction here, because their perception of this whole situation is that somehow Donald Trump's the bad guy in this whole situation.
I'm worried and I'm pissed. Frankly, I'm livid. Because for the last 8 days, it feels to me, I have seen nothing but breathless reporting. It almost feels like media malpractice of them trying to score the winning goal against Biden. Who can have the gotcha moment? They've been splicing, dicing, cubing everything he says, putting on a microscopic slide, and then looking at it under all sorts of magnifying glasses. Look. Joe Biden is the nominee. He is the human being standing between us and Donald Trump. I think Democrats need to stop making the case against Joe Biden and start making the case against Donald Trump. I think the media needs to give some parity to the coverage that they are doing, because in their zeal to fact-check Joe Biden, they too are making mistakes.
I'm frustrated that the media is literally dissecting every word that comes out of Joe Biden's mouth and is ignoring the fact that the Republicans are about to nominate, again, a convicted felon who's an adjudicated who still denies that he lost the 2020 election, who is committing to upend every single accomplishment that Joe Biden has helped make sure we can recover after COVID and the 15 million jobs that were created. Yeah, I am pushing to make sure that we can focus on what the danger lurking down the road is that if we don't make sure that we rally and focus on Donald Trump and the extremist good versus evil existential threat that he represents to our democracy, then we're going to end up back there again. And that's the nightmare scenario my constituents want to avoid.
Yeah, that's the new talking point. Donald Trump's just playing golf, not being held to account for his 34 felony count conviction, enjoying a big boost in the polls, doesn't even need a campaign. How dare he? Such incredible seething copium. It feels like the final woke hurrah before this whole thing falls apart. This whole modern leftist grift that has pushed so many people away. It feels like we're reaching the end of something, because the level of copium, I mean, it's just hitting levels that are extreme, never seen before. And building on what I was saying a couple days ago, again, it feels like uncharted territory. We're supposed to be the underdogs. We're supposed to be down 10 points. But instead we're sitting here. This is what the current polling outlook looks like. I mean, it's just mind-boggling. Even CNN can't believe their eyes.
Right now, Donald Trump leads in an aggregate of national polls by about 3 percentage points. If you go back 4 years ago at this point, Joe Biden was ahead by 9 points. This right now don't look anything like what we saw 4 years ago at this point. I then decided to take it a step further. What was Biden's worst 2020 polling position? He was ahead by 4 points, which basically matched what he ended up beating Donald Trump by in the national popular vote. So this 3-point advantage for Donald Trump is Donald Trump's best position versus Joe Biden, whether you include the polls this year or you include the polls last cycle. The idea that the polls underestimated Joe Biden last time around, simply put, does not hold any water, Mr. Burr. Point. I will end on this point, Jim. There are voters in the electorate who have never seen a Republican presidential candidate leading in the polls at this point, but those voters, those young voters, are seeing one right now in Donald Trump.
Very interesting. All right.
Trump's not down 10 points. We're not the underdogs. He's up like never before, currently on pace not just to win, but to win in a total historic landslide. And so it's this weird situation where Trump actually doesn't have to work all that hard, at least not in this particular moment. A lot of Democrats are pushing the whole grifter talking point that Trump's just a lazy, entitled billionaire. All he does is play golf anyways, even when he was president. It's nothing new, but we know that's not true. Trump's the hardest working world leader I've ever seen. I'm sure they're mobilizing dollars effectively right now, but as for the man himself, he doesn't really need to do much. I think the Trump team is implementing the debate strategy that they used in the previous debate. Just let Joe Biden talk. CNN wants to mute my mic. Well, you know what? I'll mute my mic on my own. I'll just go play golf with my son Barron in Florida while my team releases secret leaked video of me totally roasting Kamala Harris.
And that means we have Kamala. I think she's going to be better. She's so bad. She's so pathetic.
Trump's just going to continue to live the life while Joe Biden's calling into Morning Joe to debunk all the fact checkers who keep giving him a hard time on his suckers and losers story.
I'm reading from a list of lies. First of all, he was made up quotes, suckers and losers. I was with it. He called the Americans in the cemeteries from World War I suckers and losers.
Yeah, like I said, the strategy is just let the guy talk his campaign into the ground. He just said that he was in the room when Donald Trump was in Normandy calling World War veterans suckers and losers. What is this guy even talking about? He wasn't even there. The entire event was televised. Yeah, keep seething, leftoids. Keep seething that Trump is playing golf. You're obviously just pissed because it's good strategy. Why would Trump have to lift a finger? Why would he have to do anything if Joe Biden's gonna do the work for him? I mean, for Pete's sakes, Joe Biden even tried capitalizing on the fact that Donald Trump hasn't shown his face in like 9 days or something, and he can't even get that right. He can't jump onto the rhetoric bandwagon because he's such a complete intellectual invalid.
Democrat, Joe, let me say it this way. The reason I've been out on the road so much all over the country, and while Trump is riding around in his golf cart, filling out his golf cart before he even hits the ball. But anyway,
he's completely incoherent. I mean, what is he even talking about? Donald Trump's filling up his golf cart before he even hits the ball? When's the last time this guy played golf? Golf carts are electric, unless you're at some rinky-dink golf course that hasn't been updated since the 1970s. Not exactly where billionaire Trump is playing. The guy's completely off the rocker. I mean, he is totally lost. Trump's taking a break after all the trials. He's taken his foot off the gas pedal, at least temporarily, and obviously it's working. I mean, once again, just take a peek at the numbers, and the leftoids just can't take it. They just can't accept it somehow. Trump's a bad guy for taking it easy, and my response to that is, sucks to suck. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.